I thank Manan sir for his continued support and guidance to us. May I now please request Manan sir to please deliver the inaugural address and request Mr. Sanjay Rathi sir to kindly felicitate Manan sir before that.
A very good evening to all the distinguished guests, respected colleagues, panelists, delegates, and participants. It brings me great joy to address this esteemed gathering at the third Arbitrate in India conclave today, hosted by the Indian Dispute Resolution Center, IDRC, in collaboration with the Bar Council of India and IULAR, Goa. I extend a warm welcome to all the present here today. The fact that we have gathered in such large number speaks volumes about the growing interest and importance of arbitration in today's rapidly evolving legal landscape. I would like to begin by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to IDRC team for their continued dedication and remarkable efforts in organizing this conclave, which provides an invaluable platform for dialogue, learning, and collaboration. It is also my pleasure to acknowledge the presence of esteemed individuals from across the legal, judicial, academic, and business communities. Each one of you play a significant role in the development and growth of the arbitration ecosystem in India, and your contributions are vital in positioning our country as a global leader in dispute resolution. The Bar Council of India has always been at the forefront of efforts to enhance the quality of legal education, practice, and professional standards in India. Through this partnership, BCI has worked closely with IDRC to ensure that the best standards are maintained in arbitration proceedings. We have strived to create a platform for the exchange of knowledge, experiences, and insights between arbitration professionals, legal practitioners, and academic institutions. This partnership has allowed us to engage in the development of arbitration practice while also enhancing the training and education of the next generation of arbitration practitioners. In India, the Vedic text mentioned dispute resolution mechanism resembling arbitration, with panchayats resolving disputes. The 1996 Arbitration and Conciliation Act aligned with the ancestral model law, reducing court interventions and ensuring finality in arbitration awards. Amendments such as 2015 reform further streamlined the process, introducing time limits for arbitration proceedings. India's potential to be a hub of institutional arbitration is rooted in our robust legal framework, our rich tradition of dispute resolution, and our growing cadre of highly skilled professionals. The recent reforms in the legal landscape, particularly the Arbitration and Conciliation Amendment Act 2019, were a landmark development. The amendment introduced several notable changes, such as reducing the scope of judicial intervention, ensuring quicker timelines, and setting up the Arbitration Council of India. Bar Council of India has on its part always led from the front by aligning its policies in this regard. BCI introduces rules and regulations for foreign law firms and lawyers in India. In line with global practice, the Government of India has proposed a draft Arbitration and Conciliation Amendment Bill 2024 to further streamline the arbitration process. Recently, on November 8, 2024, the Supreme Court of India delivered a momentous judgment in case of Central Organization for Railway Electrification. The five-judge bench addressed a pivotal question whether an arbitration clause allowing one party to curate a list of arbitrators from which the other party selects adheres to the principles of impartiality and fairness under the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. In the context of banking and finance, where the stakes are high and the issues complex, the arbitration process allows for quicker, more expert-driven resolutions than traditional court litigations. Institutional arbitration centers such as IDRC offers the perfect platform to ensure that the disputes in these sectors are resolved by experts who understand the complications of financial regulations, contractual obligations, and international financial norms. It is essential that our legal framework continues to promote arbitration clauses in financial contracts and that the industry as a whole embraces arbitration as a tool for maintaining the smooth operation of banking and financial system in India. In addition to our work with IDRC, I would also like to mention the India International University of Legal Education and Research, IOLR Goa, which is a part of Bar Council of India's broader mission to advance legal education and research. IOLR is a forward-thinking institution dedicated to providing world-class education that aligns with global best practices in field of law. The university focuses on delivering specialized courses in various fields, including arbitration, international trade, and dispute resolution. Through its academic program, IOLR is cultivating a new generation of legal experts who will lead the way in promoting institutional arbitration and resolving disputes effectively. The Bar Council of India, through its partnership with IOLR, is committed to ensuring that the highest standard of legal education are imparted to students with a special emphasis on alternative dispute resolution mechanisms, including arbitration. As I conclude, I would like to reassert the importance of discussions and dialogues that will take place over the course of this conclave. This is a unique opportunity for all of us, legal professionals, academicians, business leaders, and arbitrators to come together and collaborate on how we can build a more robust and effective arbitration ecosystem in India. Let us make the most of this occasion to share ideas, forge new connections, and work together to ensure that India not only becomes a leader in institutional arbitration, but also remains a backbone of fair, transparent, and efficient dispute resolution worldwide. On behalf of BCI, I express my deepest appreciation to IDRC and all of you present here for your contributions to this field. Together, we can ensure that India continues to grow as a center for global arbitration and dispute resolution. Thank you once again. I wish all of you a productive and engaging session ahead. Thank you. Thank you very much.